Paradigm Review Show. Ross, Mac the Critic. Today we have Blackfield's fantasy horror short. I have been looking forward to this. It is on Mr. H Reviews channel. Shout out to Mr. H, Production H Film. Shout out to them. I think this is their debut, and they have some other stuff on the way, some H.P. Lovecraft conceptual stuff that H is doing over there. One of my favorite channels on YouTube. The guy does in-depth deep dives on Predator, Alien Universe, Blade Runner, Hellraiser, all things that we're a big fan of here. So on my channel, you can clearly kind of see the influences in this film, I would say, Mac. Obviously, practical effects. Obviously, John Carpenter. Obviously, The Thing, which I know H is a big fan of. He talks about it all the time. So I was waiting to see...
Best horror movie ever. Even I agree with that.
Yeah. I second that. So, yeah, we'll drop since this is a short film and it's on YouTube, and you guys want to check it out. Probably what I'll do is I'll drop the Blackfields link right here so you guys can check it. And then if you want to come back to this review later, that's cool. And then I'll drop the trailers at the end. They also have the prequel, which I just sent Mac, which he has just reviewed. What's that, Mac? Bjorn and Frida, the two.
Bjorn and Frida. Yeah,
Bjorn and Frida, the two characters of the Blackfields universe. If I'm not mistaken, okay, well, first and foremost, I believe they have Blu-rays on sale for Blackfield, so head over to Mr. H's channel and his website and go get those. I think he has a forum you guys can join too if you want to get more involved. They did crowdfund this. I was hoping to get in on the crowdfunding, and I missed it, being the slow poke that I am. But on the Blu-ray DVD, I believe they have the making of Blackfields, which I think is something like an hour mini documentary of behind the scenes and some other bonus and extras. So we'll make sure you guys know about that. So without further ado, we will get into our Blackfields material. So maybe we'll quickly just start off with Bjorn and Frida, Mac, because you were fresh off that, and I'm fresh off Blackfield. So we got a couple wild fantasy medieval characters here, and things escalate rapidly. So we'll get Mac's response to that, and then we'll move on to Blackfields.
Definitely. I mean, I've seen it's a 4-minute short. It's the prequel to the Blackfields. It stars one of the characters that you will see in Blackfields. It's good acting. Basically, it's a short, probably the shortest tale ever. You know what I mean? A man's out for revenge, and he's out to get what's his. Let's just say that. It's Frida. Let's just say that. And yeah, man. I mean, it showed pretty much what you will expect in the Blackfields film and all that. The camera works, practical effects that you will see also. And yeah, I mean, it's not a bad prequel. You know what I mean? It's a good introduction to one of the characters, and I think like him. To me, I think he was the character that stood out the most.
I agree. I agree.
So it's just the way he is. I mean, it's that stern Viking, persona he has. So yeah, man.
I think his personality shows in the prequel more than it does in the actual short, because with the narration, and you get more of his emotion, kind of like what you were saying, like why he feels the way he does, and a bit more characterization. You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
Even though it's short, like
yeah, pretty much though. And yeah, man. I mean, like I said, just liked it for what it was and all. The acting was for what it was. Like for 4 minutes, they played, it was just two characters, in it, but they played their parts very well though, so but it especially shows you the things that come with this other character, the main one.
Absolutely. We'll just say that at some point someone is dispatched, and I really like that practical effect Mac was talking about with the squibs. You see some serious some serious liquid flow, you know what I mean, on the ground shot. That's a beautiful shot at the end there. After someone after someone may or may not be alive at that point.
Let y'all take it from there.
You have anything else on that, or you want to move on?
Nah, I mean, there's not much to say on that though, But I just say it's a good, build up, I guess, to Black Fields to which we're going to talk about right now.
Yeah.
You're fresh off it, so what were your impressions of that, man?
Yeah, final thought on that one is I'm not mistaken if they had that one predetermined, or hopefully H or someone from his team can correct me if I'm wrong on this. I think they just did Bjorn and Frida while they were on set for Black Fields. They just had extra practical effects, and I think they almost just freestyled that while on set, which is super impressive if they just came up with that on the spot. If not, maybe they storyboarded it, and I could be wrong. I'm not sure. Going on to Black Fields. Yeah, he's been promoting this for a long time. I've known about it since the crowdfunding campaign. I thought it sounded awesome. I definitely like supporting this guy's channel. He puts out great content and reviews, and just has hilarious anti-SJW commentary. So we'll say, yeah, as Mac was saying, you have this Viking character that we just talked about in that prequel short, and then he's got two other guys with him. Team of Vikings seems to be a raiding party, perhaps out there in medieval Europe, perhaps the current United Kingdom, what is currently the United Kingdom. And I really like the opening drone shots. I really like I think some of the best shots in the short are the aerial drone shots. Great use of color, great use of just the coloring editing, and just those Black Forest, Black Fields over the head aerial shots. I really like the way it comes in. I even like down to the detail on the title when it says Black Fields and it kind of does that spray of blood splatter. Oh, that is very, very well done. They drop you right into the action. You know, Mac and I were just talking about off camera. Not a whole lot of explaining in this one. There's no prequel, comic book, or major studio promotion campaign. They drop you right into the story. So when you get in there, it pops off. I think the first scene is the campfire where they start establishing some of the story here and basically what's going on. They're apparently looking for someone or something, a would-be killer. And we'll try to go as easy on the spoilers as possible, but it is a short, guys. It did come out a week ago, so we're going to do our thing. But yeah, it comes in. I will say, I don't know if it's my TV, because I feel like YouTube and some of the apps, Netflix and streaming apps I try to use, the volume is always super low, so I did have to turn it up a bit to hear some of that dialogue. I know dialogue audio is an extremely difficult thing to get right, especially with independent projects. I've been on indie sets myself. I know how it is. You know, Mac has done music videos with us, and we all know how it goes. But yeah, possibly it was a little bit low, but again, I would probably have to check it on another device to make sure it's even right. I'm sure if I had it on my PC monitors, I'm sure it would have been fine, but I decided to big screen it because I wanted to make it epic. So yeah, they come in at the campfire scene. I think it looked like that was digital campfire smoke that they put in with After Effects, and that looked really good. I mean, you know,
I never even noticed that it was like that. You know, that was one of the many things I liked about the film. That even if it was digital, it was so there, but you just knew it was fire. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. It looked super realistic, and that, you know, again, if you light a giant bonfire, again, then you have the audio of that to deal with, of the crackling over the dialogue, so it makes perfectly good practical sense. But yeah, I saw some of the you know, production stills that they leaked. I think it was on Instagram or wherever H was posting it, maybe on his channel and a couple other places, and obviously Twitter. I follow him on Twitter, Mr. H Reviews. And yeah, it looked awesome. I mean, the sets that they chose look really good. Wherever the forest and the fields were out where they shot it, really cool. So they're kind of having that conversation, and then I believe it goes into some other aerial shots where you kind of see some bloodletting on the sand. It looks like almost like beach dunes, and then you see some possibly body parts. And yeah, I mean, I do like the pacing, the way they kind of follow it around. Again, like this isn't a 2.5 hour Marvel film of nonsense, right? It's just strictly straight to the point, clear cut content. So we'll bring Mac in and see what he thinks, if he has anything on that stuff.
No, I mean, just basically like the buildup of the environment, you know, it was pretty good though. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, obviously, you know, you see them walking, but you know, as they walk through all this, you know, basically like, okay, what are they walking to? But it looks like it's getting more dangerous, you know, as it goes on.
I agree.
And yeah, man. I mean, like I said though, you know, like environment wise, the picture, the setup, everything, you know, what I mean, was just pretty good. You know, it was a
Yep,
real good like look. I'll just say that.
I agree.
Like
The aesthetic.
this looked like something that I was like, okay, you know, I mean, this is quite interesting. You know, what I mean, like
Yeah.
okay, but yeah, you know, what I mean, I guess like besides just camera and the effects and such, you know, what I mean, like when they just drop you right into the story, basically, don't get me wrong, like I understand like they had a they were phrasing the mission of what they were supposed to do, why they were there in the first place. But I wish there was like a little more introduction to this one, just because
Right.
like the characters I mean, don't get me wrong, you know, they all look like, you know, tough Viking warriors there to slay something, but it's almost like, you know, I wish it would have shown how they were assembled, you know what I mean? Like just roaming in there like I said before, you know, like Arnold Schwarzenegger and Predator, how he got his team together, all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I'm not
Yeah.
gonna expect, you know, something huge, you know, maybe something like quick, like 3-4 minutes.
Sure.
You know, I mean, they all came on
Sure.
boat,
Sure.
like, hey, well, you ready to you can slay this thing? Let's go. You know what I mean? Or something.
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Absolutely.
But you know, all in that though, you know, it a little more dialogue and all that with these characters, and it would go a long way. As you can see, you would get more feel of who they are, you know. So, but
Yeah.
I
Absolutely.
didn't. But besides that, though, you know what I mean? Like the concept was excellent. Like
Hmm.
that's something I like to see a movie, something like back in the day, Viking warriors slaying a horrific, you know, entity that's out there, you know.
Yep.
So
I agree.
that took one of their own. So yeah, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I could quote Mr. H when I say, independent film is the future, and I totally agree with him. Looks like we got a shout out to Slipknot fan in the chat. He popped in. He said he wanted more dialogue. Yeah, I could see what he goes along with the more dialogue is more characterization, but at the same time, on the first watch, I could probably run this back, but that really didn't matter to me. I mean, I kind of knew what I was there for, and I kind of had a feeling of what I would get. Just backing up a little bit, great camera angles besides the aerial drone shots. I would say, if this is H's directorial debut, he seems to have an original directing style, which I like. Even that campfire shot, it's kind of a upper, mid range shot, kind of at a somewhat of a down angle above the, that was a cool shot. Really, all of them are good. Even the close ups of the body parts and the blood on the sand. You know what I mean? All really good. I'm sure they used a high quality camera for this because it looks quality.
It does
Really,
look
really good.
like high quality wise. It does
Yeah,
look good though. Yeah.
love the practical effects, John Carpenter style. The Thing can't go wrong there. I think the strongest probably point of this whole project, in my opinion, is the score. I think he was waiting on some time after they filmed when it was in the editing process to get the score laced up, and kudos to whoever did that. Really like the score. I think the music was very well done. I think that's does a lot for setting the mood and the tone, and I think that was really good. Better than some of the Hollywood trash that we've seen many times. Going back to what Mac was saying of the going on and off between the daylight and the nighttime shots, it almost gives you and Mac, you can tell me if you agree, it almost gives you a feel that as it changed from day to night, you could feel the danger. Like it seems like at night will be more dangerous. It's going to get
Then
worse.
they're moving in the day. Yeah,
So
true.
you know what I mean. I unless I'm totally missing something, I think that's what he was going for. For there, and yeah, Slipknot fan said some really good camera angles, Hollywood standard in some parts. Yeah, I would agree. I mean, overall, I like this concept better than a lot of stuff I've seen from Hollywood. It's been a long time since we've seen any Vikings in Hollywood, and even when we do, they don't always get it right. Gaz, our co-host Gaz, will tell you the historical inaccuracies in Hollywood are mind-boggling. You have anything
I
else on that
agree.
subject?
I mean, just pretty much like, nah, I agree with all that. I mean, during the daytime, I think that's when you saw all the body parts and all the other stuff, you know, and it's like that's the build up.
It's like the aftermath of what's happening at night or something. Yeah.
And then when the nighttime happens, that's when you know they're gonna be expected. Like, I don't want to be body parts. You know, I gotta slay this thing. And you saw how hyped they were. You know what I mean? When it came to the fight scenes and such. You know?
Let's get into that. I love the fight scenes. I think again, like Max said, acting very good. I thought they all did good jobs. I like the emotion. I love when he's running in with the axe and he's like about to take that big swing, screaming, like yelling, like that is like awesome. Like he's about to go in and just of course it goes haywire and turns into complete mayhem at that point. So I like the way what should we call the villain? Should we just call it the creature?
I might as well just call him like the creature or death or whatever, man, because he looked like death.
He did. We'll just call it the creature because we don't want to give too much away, but definitely like the aesthetic of the black cloak and the what would you call that, Mac? The staff. You know what I mean?
The staff. Yeah, the sorcerer's staff or something.
Yeah. Shout out to the guy who did H's props for the short film. I think it was somebody from Canada. I believe he's on Instagram. Forgive me for not knowing that before this review. It just slipped my mind. But when I find the links, we'll put them below in the description. So like the weapons look great. All that stuff. Even their costume. Very, very good job. Very good job on wardrobe. It gets into it. Obviously, they're trying to avenge their fallen brother, and so they encounter something in the woods, and it pops off. You have some. Nice. Slipknot fan got us. It was the Black Knight was the creature's official name. So we'll go with that. I like that better. We'll go with the Black Knight. So the Black Knight is out there, and they get into some skirmishes. We don't want to give too much away, but we'll just say things are sliced. And you know what I mean? People are offed. So it's pretty good, man. I like this. As Max said, I would definitely like to see more. It'd be cool if they could do some more follow-ups, or even if Mr. H could do some more in that universe. Maybe he could show like other factions and other parts of things going on. That'd be cool too.
I mean, I won't give away the ending, but I'll just say this much though. Like if they were to go with something like that, then it seemed like it would have to be more sequel-esque, and I hope they make it. And if they do make a sequel, I hope it to be a lot longer and go into like something a little more further with maybe describe more what these characters was, and then maybe have a whole new set of characters. There
you go.
Or out for revenge for these characters or something.
Yeah,
I don't know, but
cool. Like
however it goes though, man. Like, hey, you know what I mean? Like, let's hope for the best on this one, and like I said though, you know what I mean, it's a good short film. You know what I mean, I call it a great, I give it a great, real great effort, for what they did.
Yep. Absolutely.
Won't not knock the camera work, drone shots, everything that you mentioned was pretty good.
Really good,
everything,
high quality,
acting and all that, and how the warriors use their weapons and all that, like that one big metal hammer that he had and all, like. Definitely, like everything was pretty much towards that time period, weapons and the garments they wore and all that. So so it gave that feel in there. So I definitely for sure thought it was a good one.
I can help out with that. So give Mr. H your money, join his Patreon, and you know what I mean. If you want to see more of that content, and then what's his Breaking Lights, I think is his next film, if I'm not mistaken. So support his other stuff, and hopefully his crew and his company can develop more things. But continue to support his channel when they do the lives. You can help them out with the super chats and Patreon, and he even does gaming over there. You know what I mean? I think I'm not sure if it's Twitch or if it's just on his Patreon, but they have live streams for gaming. Good stuff. So definitely support him, support his channel. We want to go into ratings, Mac. I am going to give Black Fields. What's up?
Not waiting for your rating.
It's not going to be a 2 out of 10. Like, we're going to sit here for 20 minutes and talk about
No. I'm not expecting you to give it a poor rating. We already know, like,
we would get so many dislikes. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. I really liked it. And like Mac was saying, my favorite part was the ending. I like how it ended abruptly. It pops off and they just cut with the credits. That was cool with me. It's a nice, clear, concise short film. 8 out of 10 for me. I like Black Fields. It's fresh. I dropped a like.
No doubt. Me, I just give it a 7, just because it was, like you said, it was good for what it was and all that. But I think if it had a better intro with the characters and, you know, maybe a little more dialogue and a little more camera time with other stuff, then I think it would even been more exceptional, probably a way higher rating. But for what it was, you know, for a short film, 7 out of 10. I think it ain't bad though. You know, I'll give Mr. H his credit, man, for you can see his love for cinematography in this one. You know what I mean? And how
absolutely.
he wants, how he would like a movie to be. You know, especially if it's something that a concept like this. And this concept seems something original, and I would like to see, you know, hopefully one day they do get the funds, they make a full-length movie of this. It'd be pretty good to watch. I'll watch it. Shoot.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, I'm glad you mentioned cinematography, because that was one thing we forgot to mention we were breaking down. I think H did that as well. Excellent cinematography. That was probably the second best thing after the score, in my opinion. So if you like what we do over here, this is our independent review series. We just did Joker Rising Part 1. Now we're doing Black Fields. We're going to do Joker Rising Part 2. We also have some other indie shorts we're going to be doing. One is one that I crowdfunded called Evolutionary, so look out for all of those. Like, sub, share, leave your comments and feedback on Black Fields below. What did you think? And what else do we have coming up, Mac? We got City of Lies, Johnny Depp, and hopefully nobody, Bob Odenkirk. So we're going to be getting back to crime. We're going to be getting back to action, revenge. We're going to be kicking butt, PXF style, anti-SJW style.
That Nobody, I definitely would like to check that out. So
yeah. I might kick that at the theater tomorrow. So
I think RZA is in that too, right? Shoot.
Who?
I think RZA is in that, right? Shoot.
Is he in that one? Oh, I think he is. Yeah. Shout out to the RZA and the Woo. He's the man. So yeah, that's pretty much all we got on Black Fields. Let us know. Did you guys like it? Like, sub, share. We will be back soon, most likely next weekend, with something new for you guys. And yeah, we're going to have a bunch of stuff. If you like true crime, check out my true crime series, The Zodiac Files, on the channel. Like, sub, share that. And until next time, we will hopefully have Gaz with us, and we will be doing some more indies and stuff. And we have a whole bunch of reviews and content we are going to be bringing you guys. Hopefully I'll have some of my gaming reviews up soon, because I keep talking about them and just haven't got to it yet. So that's how it goes. Shout out to Slipknot fan. We appreciate you coming through and giving us the notes. He said the Black Knight was played by David Goomer. Hopefully I said your name right. H's production manager, who also played Eric, the first victim. And also they did, I think they did a Black Fields roundtable over on H's channel, where I think they did like Q&A. So they have a bunch of additional content over there, so check that out. Appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming through. Like, sub, share if you enjoyed. So shout out to Mr. H Reviews, his channel, and all of his fans over there. Those guys are definitely cool guys, and I always enjoy the content over there. Like, sub, share. Black Fields trailer and links will be below in the description. Also the buttons here in the cards. Appreciate you guys. We're going to try to bring as much independent content as possible while keeping our other reviews going. That's the goal. PXF Paradigm Review Show. We're out. Till next time.